Farewell visit. Israeli President Rivlin, with just weeks left in office, making one final trip to the United States. Set to meet on Monday at the White House with U.S. President Joe Biden. He'll later meet with the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi. And then on Tuesday, various meetings at the United Nations in New York, including one with UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres. But he wanted to schedule his first meeting on Sunday evening in Manhattan with the American Jewish community. Meeting here with a number of leaders from the American Jewish community, those he's known a long time now, and those who he just met recently, but a critical time now in U.S.-Israeli relations, not just with a different government in America taking over this year, but with a brand new government in Israel as well.
And I'm sure that the bonds between us will keep deepening under the new government in Israel. Yes. I'm sure, because we have a coalition actually of all the parties who were apart, one from each other, and the differences make them a combination of autonomies that had a state instead of a state that had autonomies.
Of course, Rivlin's been president now for some years, but even before that, a lengthy tenure as a Speaker of the Israeli Parliament, the Knesset, and also as a Parliament member himself, in his relationship with the American Jewish community going back decades.
But through all his years and as Speaker of the Knesset and as President, he was always available to the Jewish community. He truly has a deep interest in diaspora communities and the issues and an understanding of them. So there was an automatic bond, and we have worked cooperatively through all the years.
Ever since President Rivlin became the president, he's made a priority to speak about both the four tribes of Israel, the importance of bringing together Haredim and Dati Leumi and secular and Israeli Arab. At the same time, he's spoken about from the very beginning the fifth tribe, which is world Jewry, and the importance of having world Jewry see itself in the state of Israel. And so we're incredibly grateful to him, and it's fitting, given the priorities of his administration over these last 7 years, for this to be his first event in North America as part of his visit to the White House.
While Rivlin would not give a preview of his upcoming meeting with U.S. President Joe Biden, he did stress to those in attendance here on Sunday evening that his number one goal is to keep the Israeli-American relationship bipartisan, something he will surely stress not only with Biden, but also House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, who leads a Democratic Party that seems to be, at times, increasingly at odds with Israel.
The United States has always been the greatest friend, ally of Israel, and we will always be grateful for the consistent bipartisan support. Yes, bipartisan support. And if it is not enough, bipartisan support of all the American administration for the security of Israel and the well-being of its citizens.
Reporting from the Southern Center in New York City, Mike Wagenheim, I-24 News.